Good evening once again, Facebook neighbors and friends, and welcome to our Facebook Live this evening here at Baxter Cribs on Facebook at EII, which is Enduring Investments. And hope you've had a very good day, and I hope you have found some enduring investments you can add into your life, such as exercise, good diets, and good relationships with people that you're in contact with each and every day. And I want to thank you today for stopping by and being with us today. Once again, we're going to continue this evening talking about, as you see here on the board behind me, hair, skin, and nails, which oftentimes is left out in conversations of things unless you're specifically in that type of thing. But, you know, those are part of our body as well. And so we want to make sure that we cover those, and because they are fed by the nutrition, they are part of the body, or extensions, appendixes, if that's the right word, of the body, appendages, I think maybe is the word. But anyway, they are there. They're on the end of your fingers that grow out your head, and it is your number one defense that you have, protecting the body and the rest of the organs. So we want to make sure that we cover these things as well, because these here, what these do is when we talk about the nutritional things that we talked about, like last night, the spirulina and the, how to pronounce this here, ho sho wu, if I've said that correctly, that's H-O-S-H-U, no, S-H-O again, W-U, which is an herb found over in China and Japan, that area, and it's used for the very things that we talked about. I encourage you to go back and look at that video and see what we talked about there, just a very short one. I actually think it went about 14 minutes in that. But it is something that I learned about. I don't know much about that herb myself, but it is very useful in those things there because it helped to prevent the graying of hair, the loss of hair, your split ends and so forth. And that's what having the proper nutrition will do for us, is that it indeed will help strengthen your hair, your nails, and your skin to make that part stronger, more beautiful, more healthy. And also it'll help you stop your split ends and your breakage, because as we know, your hair is a lot of protein with keratin in it, just like your nails are. And so this is what we're going to talk about a little bit tonight. And this also, the right nutrition helps your skin to look healthier, have more elasticity, have more of the right collagen in it to make it look more pliable and to be more pliable and to endure the things that we put on it, the chemicals that are in the air and that kind of thing. And also it helps to strengthen and to help to strengthen and prevent cracking in your nails, as you sometimes will see. Usually after you take off your false nails, you'll find the glue has damaged that. But if you got right nutrition going in, it will help that. And sometimes just the things that we do, if we don't have fingernails, false fingernails attached to it, digging in the ground, working in chemicals, doing dishes, bleaches, you know, all those kind of things really affect us. And we should wear gloves. Sometimes we do not, but you know, and so this is the type of thing we want to cover in this whole little series talking about the hair, skin, and nails, because we want that part of us to be good looking and strong and helpful as well. So tonight we want to continue on here, as I have two things to talk about this evening, and kind of make it a short one, or my intent. And the first one we're going to talk about tonight here is I see you have it on the board. I actually have the abbreviation that most of us probably have heard about here, and this is MSM, and they probably made it this way because it's so difficult to pronounce the word over here, and so I'm not even really going to try. I kind of spelled it out for you, and if you want to look that up on Google, it's there for you. This is where I found out that whole meaning of it. But basically, it is a sulfur, okay? It's what it is that you find in nature, and that's the way you want to get it in its natural state, in an organic state, to be able to put into your body. And I think about what I read was about 85% of this product is sulfur. It has a non-toxicity of the same as water. In other words, water does not bring toxins into your body. And so this does not either. In fact, it is a very important part of the healing process that we have in our system, or should have in our system, because it helps with the healthy collagen I just spoke about, the flexibility in our skin, the healing ability of the skin. It also helps with the keratin, which is the protein in the nails and in the hair as well. And It also has been proven to have some antioxidant benefits, and if you'll notice, almost all the things that we talk about, that I bring up, have some kind of antioxidant in it, which helps to take care of the free radicals in the body. And the free radicals are the things that cause a lot of damages, and when they take over, they allow the cancer things that are already in our body to be able to expand itself and take over if you have the free radicals going on. So this is why antioxidants are so important, my friends, because we want to keep that cancer cells, those things, under control. And I know I'm not making that real clear, but I mean that's essentially what happens, is that cancer gets an opportunity to get a foothold in the door, and it just takes off, and depends on the kind that it is. And so antioxidants help out with these things here, and because there's just so many kind of things that can happen to us, chemicals in our lives, chemicals are put in our food, chemicals that we touch and breathe in, all these things allow free radicals to be created in our body, and then to set stuff to be able to take over. So we want to make sure that we consider these things here, and to use that in our body. And also, sulfur is believed that it's one of the most neglected things that people, humans, do not use, do not have. There are some people who are allergic to sulfur. If you are, you have to be careful for certain, because you don't want to have that. But there's probably a reason why you're allergic to sulfur, because these are things that are normal to our body, and there's something out of line most likely to cause that to be an allergic reaction to that. Now what that is, I don't know, but I do know this, that sulfur is, I use sulfur myself, not on me. Well, I do use it on me as well, but my reference this evening was as that I take care of animals as well, dogs and cats, and help strays and stuff like that. And a lot of times they'll come and they'll have a sore, they'll have cuts, bruises, some type of skin disease, or they're always constantly biting and stuff. And so I have a tube of sulfur, and that's what it is. It tells you plain and simple on it, sulfur. And it's used for many, many things in the healing process of the body. For ear infections, you can make up a little thing, squeeze it in their ear about every 3 days. It'll help to clear that up. Skin infections, that goes on there, stops their itching. And I mean, it heals quick, very quick. You put it on your own self when you got problems, and it will heal the skin problem very, very quick. The only bad thing about it is that it's sulfur. It stinks. But therefore, when you're putting it on animals, that's a good thing, because they normally will not lick it off because it tastes bad too. And so it's allowed to stay and do its work. Well, the same sulfur works in our bodies the same way, and to help the healing process and to bring about the good things that it has in us. And so this MSM is one of the things that we need to have in our system to have healthier, stronger skin and nails and all those things that goes with that, because that's to make us healthy all over. And then the second thing we want to talk about is two items that are put together. The first one is horsetail, and this is the long strands of hair that come off the back of the horse. Just kidding, it's really not. It's an herb, like you talk about cat's claw, horsetail. There's other kind of herbs out there that really have animal names or applications to it, but it's just an herb. And I don't know if it comes many times that somebody looked at it and thought that looks like a horse's tail, we'll just call it that, because they also have the technical names for them too. But anyway, these two items here are put together in a group because they are very similar in the way they respond for what we're talking about here tonight. Horsetail and bamboo. Now, in the woods that we have here in Georgia, we have bamboo here as well. Now, I'm not sure which bamboo that they're talking about here, but bamboo is an herb also, and you can find it, it comes in many different forms. Or I should say, we have called a lot of things bamboo when it really may not be. Because in my area, we talk about there's a little vine about big as your finger that grows. It's got a tater on the bottom of it, and we call it a bamboo vine, and it just grows everywhere. But then a little further down the road, there's a big old clump of bushes down there, and they're cane pole looks, and people call that bamboo. And then on down the road there's another lady, and she's got the big ones that grow 4 inches around, and that's called bamboo. So I'm not sure which one they're referring to here, but it's certainly one that's edible to the body. And these are very important here to be used for the skin and so forth, for the skin, because they're used over in China and Japan, those areas, to help heal broken bones, to make that process go a lot faster. And also to help with the connective tissue, referring to the things between the joints, connective tissues, putting muscles together to the joints and the elbows and make it flexible and that kind of thing. And that's what it's really referring to. And it's also useful in bone diseases. They use that to help, to strengthen the bone, because we know you get bone diseases, and so, but not only bone diseases, but also arthritis, and also it says here, it helps to beautifying the appearance of the fingernails, because it certainly wants to make that stronger. Now, as I've said before, I was just kind of kidding about some things, but a lot of the ladies like to put on the false fingernails, where you put it on top of that and actually adheres to the fingernail, and you grow out and you go back and put some more on it. And because you usually do that because our nails don't look good enough and they become brittle and break. Well, when you put that acrylic on there, guess what it does? It makes that your nail weaker also. But if you're taking this under that does indeed help to have a stronger nail to keep it from coming off the bed. If you ever pull a nail off the bed of your finger, you will see it's a very painful thing, very touchy once you do that. So you do not want to do that. And so by taking these two items here, it helps to improve the hardness of the nail as well. You've heard the term hard as nails. That's the idea, that it helps to make them stronger, so that they, when you tap on stuff and and you want somebody's attention, you can really tap and it does not break your nails, because that's the idea, making them harder as nails, and also makes them shinier. And so those are a few items I just want to talk about tonight. As I said, I want to make it short. There's a list of stuff here. We've got just a few more to go through here. Let me see here. Actually, I only got about 3-4 more to go through. We might just combine the 4 of them tomorrow night when we come back and talk about this some more, because they're very short. But all of them combined together, as we said, make a superfood. And this is what you want to do, is to have stacks of these things together so that you have double benefits going on. As we talked about the two here tonight, make the hardness of the nail. They're very similar in action, but slightly different because of the nutrients, the trace minerals, the different things they have that is useful to have a complete body that is really, really healthy. So my friends, that does it for the night. Hope you found a little value in this evening as we continue this series on your hair, skin, and nails, as it is certainly a part of our bodies. We want it to look good. We want our skin to stretch and be flexible, and we want to have good shine to it. And so these things will certainly help out. And if I can help you to get this product, as we talked about before, these things come already prepared in a bottle for you, so you don't have to go out and hunt these down individually, get the right amounts, do the process of getting them where you can take them to be absorbed, and it really helps out and makes life a lot simpler to have it ready, prepared, but in an organic way, so you don't have any side effects whatsoever, and you get the pure benefits of it. My friends, I hope you found value. Leave a comment below if you have. Share it with somebody, please, if they might find it valuable for them to get this information as well. Visit me on my blog at baxtercribs.com, and come back again tomorrow night. And I hope you have a good night and a very good day tomorrow. Thank you now.